Good morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning into another tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at How Vast the Love, a popular Sovereign Grace song. Thanks for the suggestion, Miss Amy Owens. I really appreciate it, and I really like the song. So let's go ahead and look at what we're working with here first in terms of our basic composition of the music. I've included a lead sheet that I found for this piece in the description below so that you also can take a look at what I'm seeing as well. If you'll notice, we have a musical staff, treble clef only, and we have a basic vocal melody with the words underneath. And then on top of the music or the musical staff, we have the chords written in. So this is for the piano player to be able to interpret music based on either what the vocalist is doing or also to support the vocalist in turn. A lot of vocal musicians will look at this when they're playing, or they may just have the words and the chords depending on how they learn. But it's always, even if you never see this in your life, you never know. It's always a good idea to just take a break and learn something new, right? So I'm going to show you some things that I've noticed in the music that are important to point out before we begin. And then we are going to play along with the recording, and you could see how I've interpreted this. Again, there's many different ways to interpret it, but just to kind of give you an example of interpretation and also something to build off of. So to start, we have a couple of different things. We have first and second endings at the beginning. So what you do for those is there's repeat signs, kind of like locking everything in from side to side. So you're going to play through until the repeat sign. You'll go back to the beginning. And then when you reach that first ending bracket, you'll jump to the second. And then whenever you see that, always look for those repeat signs. There are two lines with two dots positioned, and they're always facing each other so that you know where to move back to as you have need. A coda sign is a circle with almost a cross bisecting it. So when you see that, the first time you're going to play through until you see DS. And then you will go back to the sign. So DS, you could say, is the Italian for del signo, which means the sign, or go back to the sign. And so the sign you're going to find is in the music at page 11. And then you'll go through, when you hit that coda symbol again, you'll skip over to measure 45, that next coda symbol. Then after that, it's pretty straightforward. I did want to point out one chord. F add 2. So what you do here is here's F major instead of A, or with A, whichever you prefer. I don't know which I prefer. I'll do it with this one. You're just going to add in that second step in there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. So we add in the G to this as well. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and start the music. We're going to start off in octaves, so just pay attention. And I add thicker texture as we get into the chorus, but just pay attention to, as things drop out, simplify your music as well. Okay, starting from the beginning. This is the chorus part, substituted for the beginning. Measures of rest. Measure 10. A minor 7. Repeat back to measure 11. 7. Chorus. Coda and F. Fourth verse. F2. Okay, texture thickens.